Hi people, welcome back. If it's your first time, my name is Talia Adewale and this is DISBYDEM. Today we are talking about the Chinese 2020. Here we go. We're talking about the 2024 Chinese rom-com Everyone Loves Me. Yeah, go ahead and hit that like button, leave your comments, subscribe, and let's just get into it. So it is a delightful mix of office drama, online gaming, and slow burn romance. It was 21 episodes, I think. But yeah, let's just dive into this, man. Everyone Loves Me introduces us to Gu Xun. I think that's how you say his name, God help me. Played by Lin Yi, a game developer who thrives in the world of code but falters when it comes to real life relationships. Enters Yue Qianling, God help me again, portrayed by Zhou Ye. Hopefully that's how you say her name. A determined and secretly love-struck woman whose online gaming alter ego is a no-nonsense boss-level player. Little does Gu Xun know, the fierce gamer that he admires online and has a wicked crush on is the same sweet colleague fumbling through her feelings for him in real life. So they work in the same office, guys, in case you didn't know. The twist, which I didn't know going into this, me thinking it was a love story. You guys know how I am about romance. If it's your first time, guys, I'm all about the romance on this show. I watch other stuff. But if you're giving me a romance show, give me a romance show. Don't waste my time. But the twist of this is that it is not a love story. It really isn't. It's a tale of self-discovery and navigating our relationships in a digital age. Today has been a hard day for words for me, guys. At the backdrop of HC Games, which is where they work, a gaming company with with dreams of creating the next big AAA game, and you've got a setting that's fresh, fun, and very relatable for the gaming generation. Now, I think I'm not part of the gaming generation, so a lot of things that they were saying, it was just like whoop over my head. In fact, a lot of things that were happening, I was like, oh my god, is this what they go through? Is this how it is? Is this what life is? And even though I had an idea that gaming was huge, I didn't really understand until I watched this. And this doesn't even cover, I think, a tenth of how huge the gaming industry is. But and that fact, I feel like they did well. I don't know, I can't speak to that. So if you guys are gamers and you watch this, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about what worked. The chemistry between the leads. Lin and Zhou Ye bring the story to life with their chemistry. That the chemistry, it felt effortless, if I'm being honest. Like, it was effortless and it was layered. Whether they were clashing over the code in the office or unknowingly teaming up in an online raid, their dynamic is charming and heartfelt. I really enjoyed it. He's so tall. You guys know I'm a sucker for height. He's so tall and she's so goddamn beautiful. The girl is stunning. Every time she was on my screen, I just like, yeah, stay there. She was so beautiful to look at, and she was a really good actress too. The acting on this was actually not bad at all. I loved it. The comedy was fantastic. I think they did well in blending the gaming, lingo and the comedy timing in this. I really did like it. And then when it came time to, having heartfelt moments or emotional moments, they did blend that in seamlessly. There was even like a whole stocky moment in there too. So they tried, which was good and bad. They tried to really give you a lot of elements in this one season. So again, good and bad, because I think sometimes when you reach too much, you overstretch yourself. And I feel like that affected some of the elements that they wanted to give us. However, it wasn't that deep, guys. It's not that serious. The relatable character. So the leads are flawed in the best way. Gu Xun's social awkwardness and Yue Qianling's dual personalities feel real. They're not your stereotypical perfect characters, and that makes their journey relatable and rewarding to watch. I would say very much rewarding to watch. Relatability, some of the choices, no, you know what? No, it's because it's not a love story per se. So the direction in which their relationship went throughout the entire season, I was like, you guys got to give us more. But because it wasn't a love story, it makes sense, But let's keep on going. What didn't work? Episodes 1 to 6 were a drag. God. Oh God, I almost gave up on this so many times. Guys, I could not stand it. Which brings us to number one, pacing, the pacing issues. So it's a slow burn romance. Let's not even talk about the pacing of the entire series. The pacing on their romance itself is slow burn. In the sense that maybe they kissed, 3 times the entire season. And I didn't even know that I could get that angry, guys. But it pissed me off so much. I was like, it was very confusing for me. So I needed the chemistry, the sexual chemistry and the sexual tension to be amped up. Because looking at them, they look 16. So I wasn't sure throughout the whole, 21 episodes, if I was watching high schoolers fall in love or grown men and women try to navigate relationships. And when I say grown, they just graduated university. So 22 to 24. My guess is that they're on the lower end of that scale, being either 22 and 23 or 24 at the max. So when you do that with this group of actors who look like they are going to look 15 for the rest of their lives, I feel like they needed to balance it with a little more sexual tension. So the confusion throughout it for me is that I would be watching it and I'll be like, oh, it's a high school love. And then I'll be like, no, they're graduates. They're working. They're in a very high tension working environment right now. They have really, really high tension jobs and they need to meet targets that are so high and so serious. There's a lot riding on them, millions and millions. And and then I'll look at them and be like, oh, they're so cute. They're in high school. And it was that back and forth till the end. And I think because the sexual tension and the sexual chemistry was toned down. It was there, don't get me wrong, but it was toned down so much that I couldn't figure out if I was watching high school first love or grown people navigating a relationship. There were moments where I wanted the story to pick up the pace, especially in the beginning and some parts after like the middle episodes. And yeah, I just wish that they had done that. They also kept on detracting. There was always something detracting from their story. Even if it's not a love story, it is a story of them, navigating relationships in the workplace. But then there was always things that was distracting away from that too. And I didn't really appreciate that. Second, it was even more predictable than the usual predictable tropes. So, the secret identity thing, didn't like it. The way he treated her in the beginning. He didn't know, in his defense. However, you know what? It wasn't really his fault. It was, because he was the one advising her to act the way she was acting to her crush, not knowing that he was the crush. It's such a weird twisted web. So he is in love with her online character. Her online character tells the group that she has this crush and she's trying to get with him. So him being jealous feeds her wrong information, knowing fully well that it will annoy the crush. But didn't know he was the crush that she was talking about. Guys, I that's the best way I can tell you. If you watch this, you understand. If you don't watch it, go and watch it and understand. So he set it all up, and then the way he would treat her, especially for those first 6 episodes, it was bad. Leading up to that embarrassing set down, in front of the entire school. That was awful. And then he kind of more than makes up for it, if I'm being honest. He really does, because as soon as he realizes that she's the one, he goes above and beyond, man, trying to get that all sorted. And I fell for him. I fell for both of them. It was always miscommunication. I hated that she would never listen. I understood why she would never listen to him, but I didn't like it. Hear him out. Even if you're pissed off, sit down there, zip your lip, listen to him, and then walk away, And I wanted him to be a little more commanding in that situation, not like he needed to force himself. But yell it out. I have a crush on, your game tag. Say that, Make her stop. Shock her enough to stop. So those were the things that I thought that they could have fixed in the beginning, and then we wouldn't need 21 episodes. I mean, for a Chinese TV show, this was good. Because usually we're dealing with 60. So when I saw 21, I was like, play. Because it's like, I know that it gets worse. But so yeah, that whole aspect of it, I think they could have tied up a little better. But other than that, if I'm being honest, it wasn't awful. If I had to score this, I would give it 7.5, because they were cute. They were young and in love. They were dealing with all that situation. They had really high-powered, high-stress jobs, which they were dealing with as well. They were navigating life. I liked the way they supported each other. The way she was like, I'm always on your side. Even when she didn't know what was going on, she would always be on his side. I enjoyed that. I thought that their relationship itself was very healthy, and I love that for them. You can just see their future, moving on. Also, where they shot the series, I don't know what town that is, but it is beautiful. I really loved seeing snippets here and there of everything. So I really enjoyed for the most part. Will I watch it again? No, yes, bits and pieces. It's 21 episodes. So yeah, I wish that there was more sexual chemistry, like a lot more makeout sessions, stuff like that. I wish they'd included a lot more of that in this. I know that Chinese TV shows don't do that much in it. Even in the other ones that I've seen, they have one good makeout session where it leads to sex, and that's the end. And we barely see them make out again for them. But they didn't even have that in this, which was why I kept on thinking, oh, it's high school romance. And I kept on going back and forth with that in my head between high school romance and grown people, So, also his partner, there was no way how, what, let me not speak to that. His own story and his romance, I didn't really feel it. He was the quirky, comedy guy in the whole thing. He was there to ease the tension, but I didn't feel the chemistry with, I think it was Jian. I can't remember her name. I liked her. She was cute. And I liked her own character development. I think they did well. Did it work in the end? Yes. Honestly, it did. I wasn't mad at it. It's not something that I wouldn't go back and rewatch, But on a whole, 7.5 out of 10. So yeah. Let me know if you've watched this, guys. What did you think of the gaming twists and the romance? Especially if you're a gamer and you like romance shows. Let me know, please. I'm very interested to see how well they did with the gaming aspects of this show. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!